Good morning. My name is Laura Nurkenberg, and I have chosen to review the 2002 blockbuster hit Signs, which was written and produced by M. Night Shyamalan and featured a very lengthy list of well-known actors and actresses, including Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix, Abigail Breslin, and Rory Culkin. So, Signs is a sci-fi thriller horror that depicts the life of the characters Graham, Meryl, Bo, and Morgan maneuvering their way through the new loss of their wife, sister, and mother, respectively, while also taking on the challenge of facing an apocalyptic alien invasion that takes place quite literally in their backyard as they are in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by crops, crop circles, aliens. It just makes sense. So, this movie is literally a treasure trove for individuals looking for a thriller that doesn't necessarily make them jump out of their seat, but leaves them at the edge of their seat. It's a total nail biter, a total change of events happens. The movie is kind of an epitome of a shocking change of events that seems to all come together to give you an extremely climactic ending that you weren't expecting, given the fact that there's 3 or 4 extremely intense turning points, none of which are obvious or prefaced to, which is completely unlike many of the horror and thriller movies that we see today. So I personally love this movie based off of the extreme range of emotions that this movie brings out. It's very psychological. So, in other words, I wasn't left just feeling scared or unsettled or uncomfortable, or I didn't feel just one emotion. I wasn't stagnant throughout the entire movie. I felt grief and fear and hope, and I challenged a lot of my perspective on the key socioeconomic standpoints in this movie, such as religion. So, Graham was once a reverend who ended his relationship with God after the loss of his wife. And he hates God so much to the point that he won't allow his family to pray in his presence. So Graham has to overcome a lot of these emotions and a lot of these signs that come out during the movie, a lot of these pivotal turning points are surrounded by religion. Did religion cause this? Do we believe in God? Do we not believe in God? So a lot of these undertones are present during very anticlimactic points in the movie. So you do really have time to sit there while you're watching the movie and think about your own standpoints on religion. Forgiveness is also huge in this movie, considering that Graham has to befriend and help the man who senselessly killed his wife. So forgiveness is also important as well, and it lets you reflect on your own thoughts about forgiveness. Should he hate this man? Should he not hate this man? There are so many emotions that it brings out. There's grief is a huge undertone, considering that, Graham is now a single father of Bo and Morgan, completely maneuvering this entirely new world to him. He changed his career. There's nothing is the same for this family, who is now also going through a once in a lifetime post apocalyptic alien invasion. Nobody really knows what's going on with that until the entire world is under siege. So it's also super important to note that this movie ranks extremely well, even after 2 decades. While it ranks super well on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb and grossed an incredible amount of profit over the years, I would 110% recommend that individuals watch Signs based off of its incredible range of emotional ability, and extremely great casting for character roles. So Bo, and Morgan, played by Abigail Breslin and Rory Culkin respectively, were both extremely young. Rory Culkin was 9 years old and Abigail Breslin was only 3 years old, and both actor and actress played extremely well. They played their part exactly how they should have. They were extremely compelling. I think that the parts in this movie were casted perfectly for the people that they did cast. And the overwhelming twists and turns that lead to a ridiculously strong ending in this movie are among the reasons that I would 110% recommend watching it. Even if you aren't the most prone to watching horrors or sci-fis or thrillers, this movie is definitely a psychological movie. So I look forward to um, telling all of my friends and all of my family to watch this movie and go ahead and watch it. I would 100% watch it over and over again, as I have over the years. I would definitely recommend that anybody watch this movie based off of those key points.